So FTI is one of the leading consulting firms in the world. We are a $2 billion listed in New York consulting company. We do everything from corporate finance to economic consulting, forensic litigation consulting. My part of FTI is what we call strategic communications, public relations, investor relations. And my role within FTI is to run the global private equity team. So I specialize in advising private equity firms, general partners in particular, on their communications issues. Well, we're delighted to be a communications partner of IPEM, and we're working with the IPEM conference to help them turn it from a French, very local conference to a much more global conference. And we're seeing that every year they get more of an international audience. So we're delighted to be part of that process as they move from a domestic conference to a much more global conference. 2017 was a record year for fundraising. So the private equity industry raised more money in 2017 than ever before. The private equity industry owns more companies across the world than ever before, employs more people than ever before. So with that becomes a responsibility to communicate. And, you know, it's very expensive. The market's very choppy at the moment. The assets that they're buying are very expensive. So they find themselves competing with other private equity firms, also with other corporates, you know, listed companies. And listed companies have been around a lot longer than private equity companies. So I think it's fair to say they're probably a lot more sophisticated in the way that they communicate than private equity companies. So what we try and do with our private equity clients is to advise them on, you know, how they can stand out from the competition through communications.